Oh, welcome. I really actually don't like this news. Now, a lot of people will be aware that this is some rumour that's been circulating for a while, and I have been asked to do some videos on it, but I didn't feel comfortable doing any videos on it because the sources that were there for it were not very good. It came from, well, basically no one, and when there was no legitimacy behind it, I didn't really want to cover it. Because it was like, well, here's a rumour perpetuated by this person, which is confirmed by this person, but these people were kind of nobody. Or at least like the outlets that were doing it. Basically, it just didn't seem to be true. I hate this so much. Tron 3 is officially in the works with Jared Leto. And Garth Davies set to helm. I really liked Tron Legacy. In fact, I've done a video on it saying like it's better than you remember. I'll leave it linked above. Like it's like a retrospective review, just kind of delving into some bits and pieces. It's quite a smart film actually. It's one of the best films under Disney's banner that's been released for a really long time. And it was such a shame that they never chose to pursue a third Tron film in that lineup. And it's incredibly unlikely that they're going to follow that story again because, well, Olivia Wilde doesn't look like she did, and neither did whoever the bloody hell's whatever, Garrett Hedlund. Was it Garrett Hedlund? Yeah, he doesn't look the same anymore. Jeff Bridges is the ageless, endless wonder of Hollywood, it seems, along with Keanu Reeves. But yeah, let's get into it. This is from Deadline, so a good source, right? And let's go into why I dislike the idea. So Lion director Garth Davies is going to be directing Disney's new Tron movie with Jared Leto. I say that as a joke. Whenever I say that, people lose their minds. I'm fucking kidding around. Exclusive. After taking its time figuring out where it wants the next Tron installment to go, as if they didn't set it up. What are you smoking, Deadline? It was all on hold because of, what was it? That Futureland? Tomorrowland? That's the one, Tomorrowland. That bombed and that ruined, again, that's how the story goes. Tomorrowland bombed and Tron Legacy wasn't going to get its sequel. That's why, ladies and gents. Thank Tomorrowland. It's got nothing to do with Disney not knowing where to go with it. It was fairly evident and obvious where they were going to be going with it. And if you disagree, you didn't watch the goddamn movie, did you? But anyway, Disney's sci-fi franchise looks to have new life as we are hearing Garth Davies has been tapped to direct the pick starring Jared Leto. Now, I want another Tron film. And if a trailer drops and it's good, I'm all ears. Like I'm open to it being good, but I don't like Jared Leto. That's my problem, and I don't like the fact that this is framed as if Disney had to go back to the drawing board. Why did you? The story was there. All it sounds like to me is a soft reboot, and if so, that screams of desperation. And that's where my concerns come in. So before you all chime in and go, well, you're mindlessly hating, just calm down. If it's good, it'll be good, and I'm always happy to say when I'm wrong. But Jared Leto, I don't like him as an actor. I think he is a bit crap, a bit pretentious, and just a bit of a douche, really. And Garth Davies, well, look, Garth Davies, what has he actually done, right, as a director? Okay, Mary Magdalene, Mary Magdalene, and Lion, and some TV shows. Now, that doesn't mean that he's going to be crap, but it doesn't mean that we're going to scream from the rooftops and say, yes, Garth Davies, right? Does that make sense? Yeah? Cool. So anyway, it continues a bit further, right? And it goes on and says, Davies has been better known for his smaller art house films over the years, like 2018's Mary Magdalene and his critically acclaimed 2016 drum Lion, which received 6 Oscar nominations, including for Best Picture. Now, a lot of people will see that and go, yeah, well, he's Oscar nominated, of course he's going to be good. Calm down. Oscars don't really mean anything, ladies and gents. I remind you, and I love to bring this up, but Suicide Squad won an Oscar for Best Hair and Makeup. Okay, no worries. Tron would mark Davies' first tentpole, and though he's not known for big budget projects, insiders say Davies aggressively pursued the job, eventually winning over executives. Now that's positive. Again, as much as to me he's basically someone which I don't care for, couldn't care less. Like I said, Oscars don't mean anything to me. They really shouldn't mean anything to you either. If he's really pursued it, that's quite positive. Jesse Wugotau wrote the most recent draft of the script. And Leto is producing. That's the other problem, right? Jared Leto producing. That's not a good thing. Let's have a look at Jesse Wugotau. Who is he? Who is she? Okay, writer. The Crow, for a screenplay that we're not getting. The Prince. Okay, it runs in the family. Basically nothing. So again, do you see how these things are not... there's not much going on. There's really not much going on here that makes you massively positive. Director pursuing it, yes, somewhat positive. Basically a no-name writer jumping on board who's done nothing to tackle this franchise. Especially when it was already set up. When you've also got Disney saying that they needed to go back and decide where they were going. Why did you need to do that? And then you've got Jared Leto producing. And starring. That's not good because Jared Leto... no. Anyway, it goes on and says, look, the film did go on to have box office success, bringing in $400 million globally, but even so, plans for a sequel were pushed while Disney figured out how to move the story forward. That's not right, Deadline, and you know it. It's because Tomorrowland fucking bombed. Okay? It's because of Tomorrowland. Google it. It's there. And this is the problem. Like, they're in the real world. That's where you go with it. The ISOs are in the real world. Pursue it. How does that interact? How are they the key? It was all set up. And by the sounds of it, all of that setup is gone now. That's what it sounds like. Now, the studio eventually scrapped plans for a direct sequel to Tron Legacy, and even after Leto attached himself in 2017 and has been taking their time in figuring out next steps for this project. Davis coming on to the project signals the next installment may finally happen, but insiders still stress a green light has not been given. The film is still in development, but Davis's involvement is a push in the right direction for the future of the franchise. Whatever, I'm not enthralled by this news. I think it's fine, at best. Fine. If a trailer drops and it's good, great, I'm happy for it. But lots of red flags, let's list them. Jared Leto, crap actor, literally the most pretentious douche in Hollywood. Can't stand the guy. The fact that they're lying and saying that Disney had to go back to the drawing board and figure out where they were going. Why? The story is there, it was set up. That also signifies the fact that they are going back to the drawing board, they're ignoring things that they set up, and we're probably going to be getting a soft reboot. Also, fifth, basically no-name writer jumping on board to re-establish a soft reboot of a story which was already set up. Big shame, but there you go, ladies and gents, it's official. Tron 3 is looking like it's going to be happening. What do you think? Let me know down below. If you're new here, do hit subscribe. Stay up to date on the world of pop culture movie news by hitting the bell notification icon. Thank you all so much. Take care.